What's going on, guys? Welcome to a very special, very breaking news episode of Nintendo Tonight. Episode 58. We got two major stories to talk about today. Normally, we post the podcast on Friday, but I don't know if that's going to happen because we were recording this Thursday night because a lot of stuff was either... Well, one big thing happened, and one big thing that was supposed to happen didn't happen. So let's talk about that. First... Well, I'll just say it right now. We're going to talk about the Xbox thing, and we're going to do
Mac
Nintendo's
is just like has the
Direct.
most.
Did anything big happen? Two major events. Did anything really even happen?
Okay. Well, no, but it's like it's important to know because last episode. By the way, we rebuilt the PJ from the ground up. This is the clone, but he is
PJ 2.0. Yep.
He's back
PJ
with us.
2.
We use that GTPJ or something like that. There's a way to do it. There's a way to make that funny, but I'm not able to do it. PJ's back. We're talking about the Xbox thing because that's actually really big. Last episode, Mac and I were like tweaking about that, and the entire internet was tweaking about it, but not as like interesting stuff that came out of that. So we're going to talk about it, and then also we're going to start with this. But there was supposed to be a Nintendo Direct Mini today. That's what people are saying. Didn't happen, or like a partner showcase. Obviously, did not happen. People say they moved it now because of the Xbox thing. I frankly do not believe that. That's got to be a scam. So we're just going to talk about what a directless January and February looks like for Nintendo, because this is not something we see too often, but I'm very, very, very excited because I think that means Switch 2 coming out in March. Being announced. That would be crazy. Being announced in March.
I think it means that there's more to this year than meets the eye, as it, like, not for us, because obviously we're already on the Switch 2 train or whatever, but, like, not having that direct, I think, confirms that something else is coming. But everybody's saying that there was supposed to be a direct last week and then a direct this week and then it got pushed because the Xbox. I think it's like when you don't bring your homework in, you're just like, oh, I left it in my car. I'm gonna go get it and it's gonna be here in like 30 minutes. This is how this feels right now. I don't even know. I don't know.
Yeah, PJ, thoughts? PJ?
I was I was kind of thinking that something was gonna like go down while I was away. Because it's always like when I go on vacation, whenever I go on vacation, it seems like in this time frame, and it's always a direct that drops, and it's like, oh my god, I missed something, and then like I'm just behind and not able to do anything, obviously, because I'm like halfway across the world. But yeah, I mean, personally, I'm happy right now that there isn't a direct yet, because I didn't miss anything. But I mean, like just the general premise of having a direct, I mean, it's a little suspicious that there's nothing. You'd think that maybe
it is just
new
weird
Switch coming soon.
Yeah, there's just been a precedent the past 3 years that there's just going to be a direct in February. It's like it's kind of become the new, like when we had like the January presentation and everybody thought we were getting January direct. It's been kind of a staple for like the second half of the Switch lifespan that we're just getting those early year directs, but we haven't gotten one yet, and that's interesting. That means that something's different about this year.
Early hot take, Pokemon Day is on, I think, the 24th. I think that the game that gets announced there, whether it's a Legends game or like a Gen 5 remake, I think that's going to be like the last major Switch announcement. Switch 1 game announcement, in my opinion.
It's kind of like, that's kind of like Pokemon Sun and Moon for the 3DS, it almost feels like.
Yeah.
Because that was like right at the end.
Even Black 2 and White 2, I think.
Not the end of the 3DS lifespan, but like into the next, right before the Switch came out.
Yeah, it was the same.
Ultra
right
Sun,
there.
Ultra Moon, for sure. I think that was like 2017.
That was 2017, I think. They came because they came out the year of the Switch, and I remember because everyone was like, they're not gonna do Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, or like Sun 2, Moon 2 on the 3DS. They're gonna do Stars. Yeah, that was the big one, Pokemon Stars.
Yeah,
that would have been so sick. That would have been. It would have been like, damn.
I missed the third release. It was always the best game, man. But
Yeah. Oh well. Anyway. And now we can't even get platinum features in Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm saying. But
the clone is working as intended, Mac. The clone is working. Just feed him Pokemon, like reasons to be angry at Pokemon.
Dude, I watched the last episode. I was like, this is a crazy bit. This is better than Sleepy Thomas. It's like, I died.
Damn. I better never go on vacation. I'm scared.
Is that why you stayed? Is that why you stayed, buddy? Goddamn.
Also, while we're adding to the Nintendo Tonight like lore, I'm just gonna say that we we like adopted Mac, and that's why he wasn't in the first like bunch of episodes.
Yes.
But then we adopted you because that's how you like hire new people is you adopt them like kids
into the family.
and
Exactly.
so that so
Okay.
put that in the lore.
Yep.
Yeah, no, the fact that there was no direct, this is such a crazy turn. We're on crazy tangent mode this podcast already, but the fact that there was no direct, it really makes me think like there has to be something Switch 2 related coming in March, right? Because otherwise, like if they were gonna do a direct in March, they would have just done it at the end of February because I feel like they always do like. There's no news around this time. That's why they do like January, February directs. Like it's such big news, and they're obviously not doing that. So the only reason I could think of would be that Switch 2 is coming out this year because we know of no games, realistically no games. Like even the 3DS going into the Switch's lifespan knew about way more like you could argue engaging titles. Like they were getting Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and then like. There was still a new Mario Party, WarioWare, and a bunch of other like smaller games that came out on top of like the remakes, like Luigi's Mansion HD. I just don't like it. Doesn't make sense. Like all we know right now is Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, so that's a parallel. And then Princess Peach Showtime. You can't even say Mario Donkey Kong anymore. It comes out I think tomorrow, so it'll be out by the time people are watching this. And then Thousand Year Door, which again is another remake. And that's 3 games. And
that's all before the end of like July, I think.
Yeah, if Switch 2 wasn't coming out this year, then they would announce because Nintendo's not going to let an entire year go by with no like games. Like they would have announced stuff if it was coming to the Switch, but I'm just convinced it's coming to the Switch too, and we're getting that announcement like very soon.
It certainly feels like it for sure, right? Like all signs are kind of leading towards it. And I'm pretty sure there's been, and like the reason I'm talking about Pokemon so much obviously is because like Pokemon Day, and they normally kind of like announce a game on those days, I believe. And we've kind of had one every year, unfortunately, for like a very long time. So I think it's just kind of like one of those games that is going to come out like probably after or near when the Switch 2 actually comes out. So, but other than like other releases, like a couple episodes ago, we talked about Metroid Prime 4. And I think we're kind of onto something when we're saying like that's probably just going to be a Switch 2 like launch game, right? Because we haven't heard from it in forever, like literally in forever. So you would have to assume that either Mac is correct with saying that it's probably gone and it's canceled and just like they're done with it, or it's just Switch 2 game, and I'm kind of leading towards Switch 2
There's
game.
a 50-50 chance. Either it exists or
honestly,
it doesn't.
I'm kind of with you at this point. Yeah, I mean,
I feel like it has to come out. They still list it on their earnings reports as like a TBA release date.
I mean, after MPR,
if it doesn't come out, that's the funniest Nintendo thing ever, I think.
To be abandoned. Yeah, I mean, like after Prime Remastered, I feel like I don't know, that game was pretty good. They kind of cooked with that. So I mean,
that was really good. Like
you'd think, and I think we can kind of all agree that was also to test the waters as well. Like obviously,
you think that didn't sell well, and they're gonna cancel Metroid Prime 4?
Honestly, you know what? If people don't care and it's just like this much in the dark, like I don't know.
Yeah, shoot, man, maybe. It's
be.
very odd. Like the only other scenario I could see for Switch 2 like not coming out would be not coming out, but not being announced in March would be like if they have maybe a March direct that just announces a couple more small Switch games, and then like there's a big Switch 2 like whole E3 showing of it in April or in June, like around where E3 would be. I don't know if that's
I could see like a E3 time-ish. I know there's no E3, but like a June time-ish for them to like announce the Switch 2. But I feel like we're also trying to think super logical, and if we know Nintendo, they're not very logical when it comes to most of their decisions.
Yeah,
so,
if anything, the most illogical company out of the big three of gaming being Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo, easily.
Even after today, Nintendo still holds that title.
Yeah.
There's a chance that do you think it's possible that they just don't don't announce it this year? Do you think there's any
No.
chance?
No,
Not
no.
a chance.
I
Not a
not
chance.
only do, not only do I think there's no chance they don't announce it this year. I truly think there's no chance it doesn't come out this year.
Really?
Yeah, entirely. Because they're not being a direct here showed me that they're gonna announce it soon, or else they would show up whatever other games they have for Switch. And then because there's no direct here, I feel like they're gonna announce it soon. And they're not going to do like a year-long wait because the Switch had like a 6-month wait, and it's one of their best successes ever. So I feel like they're going to do it. They're going to like announce it in like maybe fully show it off in June, teaser trailer in like April, and then release it like September.
That makes sense.
October-ish.
I think having the initial like trailer showing it off in like March, April makes sense. Have June be like the big direct showing what games are
like the
coming to it,
January
like-
presentation from
exactly,
before.
and then release it in like early fall. That honestly does make a lot of sense to me.
That's just what I like. I feel like they would have shown off games if they weren't doing that. I hate to keep saying this, but like it's ridiculous. We know practically nothing. Like it was better on the Wii U days when we had something. Yeah. Because like even at the end of the Wii U, when they weren't even making games for it anymore after like Mario Maker, we still had like Zelda U. Like there's no like light at the end of the tunnel. You can't claim that Metroid Prime 4 is like that because we've heard about it. It's been the light at the end of the tunnel for 7 years. So it's like it just doesn't make sense.
Even with Zelda U, we had like a trailer that showed what the game will look like. Like Metroid Prime 4 is just like a title image. That's all we have from that. So
Thomas has literally created a more in-depth conceptual trailer of what Metroid Prime 4 could be than Nintendo themselves. Like,
true,
I'm not
actually.
kidding. Like, what was it? The make your own direct?
Ship.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
You guys literally had
I think
Samus's ship flying away in space and like actually doing a really cool cinematic. What have we seen from Nintendo folks? The logo flash, and then we've heard canceled. Wait, no, actually, no, it's not canceled. It's just, wait, hold on, we're restarting everything. Hold on, we're deleting everything. Okay, now we're gonna redo it. Okay, wait, so now, hold on, we actually need more people. And then that's all we've heard. The entire thing that we've ever heard from Prime 4 is, we're looking for people for Prime 4. Can anybody help us?
Metroid Prime 4.
Like, that's pretty much it.
It might genuinely be Prime 4. Like, I can't think of another game like this. Prime 4 might be the game where people would be most unanimously happy to get another cinematic for it. Not even showing gameplay. Like, if they announce they're going to do a trailer and then it's purely a cinematic. Every other game, I feel like people are pissed about that. Prime 4, like, just seeing even a reference of it from Nintendo.
Yeah.
It would be so nice.
I think they could do another title trailer and people, like, with this time with maybe a subtitle, and people will be happy. They just want people just want them to acknowledge this game is...
Yeah, I feel like they at least a like 30-second cinematic though. Like
okay, so this is like everything we've seen. I'm showing it on the screen right now.
Space, and then
it's space, and then the 4. The 4 gets shown, right? Yeah.
The 4 comes in there. Yeah.
This is literally it.
It's God damn, bro. Why do they not? I don't get it.
Now in development. Hey, guys. So
I remember watching.
What's going on?
I remember watching
What's
this
going
E3
on?
Direct, coming home from my middle school cross country practice.
Yeah.
I probably did the same thing. Like I probably watched it at school. I probably went like outside of the classroom and watched it because that was such a big direct. First one with the Switch, like new Nintendo. Like that direct too. Can we talk about how amazing that was? It was Prime 4.
That was the best direct I think I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
I don't think there's been a direct before or after that's been this good.
It was absurd. It was Prime 4. I'm trying to think of everything that was in it. It was Prime 4 getting announced. Crafted World and Star Allies.
Yeah.
Both okay. So far we've announced a game that doesn't exist and 2 mid-ass games, but it gets better. I promise.
It was the
Odyssey. We didn't know
direct.
they were mid. We didn't.
It's
know
when we
they
learned
were
about
mid
capturing
at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That.
Yeah. At the
was
time we didn't know
insane.
that they. Yeah.
We got the Rocket League was in that. We got the Skyrim was in that, and we got the first look at what was it? Oh, it was the Breath of the Wild. The Breath of the Wild expansion. Wave 1 of that was there.
Yeah, I was thinking Breath of the Wild was like that came out. That came out in March. So, but the DLC.
We probably got some more Splatoon stuff. I think Xenoblade got a trailer.
Speaking of Splatoon, I completely forgot.
Yeah,
Speaking
okay.
of Splatoon, we're forgetting about one thing about the normal Switch side order is still like yet to be
Yeah.
Oh,
released.
yeah.
Pretty sure
It's
what
coming out in like
what
a
was the
couple of
date
days.
for
I
that?
think.
What is it really?
February 22nd.
We're gonna
Or
cook.
maybe I'm bugging. I think it was February 22nd. I think it comes out in a week. But yeah,
Oh,
that
this is the
we can
trailer I
talk
saw
about this.
2 days ago. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, this is like a complete overview. Like this trailer, I was never gonna buy this. Never. I was never
Oh,
gonna
God,
buy
no.
this. And then, I played Octo Expansion. I loved it. I love the campaign in Splatoon 3, but I don't play Splatoon anymore. But it's a roguelike, man. It's got infinite replayability. This seems to be like one of the best bang for your buck like purchases out there for DLC. Like Octo Expansion was an insanely like high value purchase if you look at like the time you could put in, and this is like that on the same level of like production quality, but in a roguelike like style where you can just go on infinitely and try different like combos, and there's like stat changes and everything. Like it looks really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll get it, but I'm like heavily considering it. To whereas like if it was just another single player campaign, I would not have cared.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I think it's just it's another one of those things where it's like it's coming out soon, so it's not like for a second I thought like it was coming out later, but if it's coming out soon, Nintendo has nothing past July this year, and they're just not gonna not have anything then.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, completely. This is not a blip on the radar for Switch 2. Like this doesn't
Yeah.
impact anything.
Yeah.
Because I mean it's a cool thing, but it's not like I don't know.
But like all the signs we're literally seeing all of the signs for new console time. Like that's why I'm just so sure that we're gonna hear something this year. Like I just feel like there's no way that we don't hear anything. And obviously like again I feel like this new Pokemon game that's probably gonna be announced on Pokemon Day is probably gonna be one of, if not like the last major release on like the original Switch, to be honest with you. Just because
that would
I
make
mean,
sense.
I feel like it's been in development. It's probably like 2 different teams. Ilka, unfortunately, is probably doing the Unova remakes if that's the way that they're going. And then whatever Legends game or Gen 10 or whatever Game Freak does will be like the first Switch 2 exclusive game. So yeah, I mean, I feel it has to come sometime. Like, you know, we should be hearing about this announcement like in the next couple months, in my opinion, for sure.
Completely. Yeah, I completely agree. I have a thought. So we think this Switch 2 is getting announced soon, right? Or Mac,
Yeah.
are you still on the mindset of it's not?
I'll
might not
I'll
announced
be
soon?
optimistic for a second.
Okay. I was
Thank
gonna
you.
say we could do a bet where like I'll bet something if Switch 2 doesn't get announced. We're on episode 58 right now. If it doesn't get announced by episode like 70, I'll do something crazy. I'm very confident it's gonna come out before
I'd be
that.
down.
If we want to
I'd be down to
brainstorm
I'd
some
be down to
states.
take the other side. I'll take the over.
All right. Okay.
Oh,
Episode
he's
70.
he's always for the content. That's what we like to see.
Of
Love
course,
it.
of
We can
course.
adjust that line if you want. I'd be down to take it down a little bit.
Just that line.
No, I
Yeah.
like 70.
70? You like 70? All right. I'll
That's
take
13
it, bro.
episodes. 13 episodes.
Yeah.
That's about 3 months.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like yeah. Huh. What should we put on the
3
line?
months would take us to like middle of May.
I'm fine with that.
Oh hell yeah, Benegus. I'm taking
I'm
this.
so-
Okay. What do you want to put on this, bro? We'll get
Ooh. It's
get
gotta be
some.
something on
What's
the
good
podcast.
content?
It's
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
be something. Ooh,
Is it like
Okay, wait.
Okay, is it like doing an episode in like some ridiculous costume, or like say like doing an episode in like a Mario voice or something like that? Like I don't know. Is it something like that, or do we want to go like IRL? Like, I don't know.
We could do IRL, but we could also do Oh wait, Mech, I could come to your place to record that episode.
Yeah.
And we'll do something then.
yeah. Yeah.
1,000%. That would be so
Interesting.
funny.
What
Thomas
could be
has to do the
interesting in
whole
person?
episode. Has to do the whole episode in a little Ouija costume and doing an accent too.
What
Okay.
do you have a good costume? What's your idea?
I think PJ's onto something. The loser has to wear a Mario costume, and every time they say like Mario, they have to like I don't know.
There's something there. There's something there.
There's
for sure.
something there. We
we're
can
onto
workshop
something.
this.
We
We need people to comment and give us
That's
like
what we
ideas for
need, yeah.
stakes.
What should
Wanna
what should
play.
the stakes for this be? What,
Yeah, we need the people's
we need your
opinion.
help. We need your help.
Tweet at us, leave comments, everything. Just let us know
Please.
what
Yeah.
Please
should
do.
But
What should
I'm
be the
taking the
stakes?
over. I think that's easy.
Okay. So if the Switch 2, we do weekly episodes, we're on episode 58. If the
Yeah.
Switch 2 doesn't get announced by episode 70, something will have that. Either Mac or I will get punished.
Yes.
In some
Imagine
funny-
it gets like announced on
comedic
like
way.
episode like 68 or 69. That'd be so funny.
I'm gonna be holding out hope for episode
Yeah.
like 65 through.
Please announce it,
67 probably.
please. Yeah.
I think that's when it's happening. Oh,
Either way, it's a win-win for me. Because either
Yeah,
the Switch
sure,
2 gets
you-
announced or I win.
Sure.
So
yeah, that's fair actually. I'm doubling down. I'm doubling down. If it doesn't happen, I'm gonna be so upset. I'm gonna be so rattled. Oh no, it'll happen though. I have faith in my bet.
we'll see.
We'll see. So yeah, stay tuned to the Nintendo Tonight podcast. Give us some ideas of what this punishment should be, and stay tuned for any updates that come in the Switch 2 getting announced. But you only really care because now the punishment will be doled out, and you'll see who
Yes.
wins. Mac or I.
Yep.
So
We'll discuss this next episode after reading the comments.
Sure.
Yeah.
exactly. So next, I feel like we covered the Direct. Too long didn't listen. Too long got distracted. Direct not happening makes me think Switch 2 soon.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yes.
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 Okay, perfect. All right. Following that up, we have a direct like thing, a podcast, or
That's not
show.
this one. Yeah.
A show happened today, unlike the direct, but nothing really important happened in it. That's got to be great for viewer retention, man. I can tell people are totally staying on this episode. No, I'm kidding. This
It was so
episode-
bad. It was so
It was
boring.
so bad.
There's
Yeah.
nothing happened.
You know what?
I
I
can't-
would
people were
say they
freaking
were
out, too.
yapping, but people freaked out at me last time I said that. So basically, I'll say what Max said in the group chat, which was this was pretty much a nothing burger. Like we were assuming we were gonna get like a Game Pass announcement for the Switch and PlayStation and all this,
People
but
thought
it was
Xbox
just
was
not.
dying. They
Pe-
thought
people
Xbox was
thought
in
the
grave.
Xbox Series was gonna be like the last like Xbox console ever made because it didn't hit like the sales
Yeah.
target. Which, by the way, interesting stat.
Yeah.
Shocking. The consoles that were first released at the peak pandemic did not hit their sales target. As I just literally saw a thing yesterday. I think the PS5 has only sold like 21 million, and their target for this point of its life cycle is like 25.
That's
million?
interesting because
I'm pretty sure.
Didn't,
So that's
didn't the
notable.
Switch have like a big bump because of COVID?
Yeah, with the Animal Crossing too.
Yeah.
I
But
think
was
it
it
was
just
also-
because of Animal Crossing? I feel
No,
like
I'm pretty sure it was because of the chip
like-
shortages.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
Okay.
That was a thing too. Yeah.
no one could find those things, but the Switch had been out for like 3 years. So
Dude,
there
because
were
I
a bunch of
remember trying to
Switches.
get a PS5 early, and there was like people online scalping for like $1,000. Like, dude, are you insane? I'm
Yeah,
just gonna go
yeah.
buy a PC. Like, what do you mean $1,000? Actually, talking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway.
No, it is ridiculous. It was ridiculous, and I think that benefited the Switch a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
Like at the time, but
but
yeah,
for
Xbox,
people that
PlayStation.
were panicking and stuff like PlayStation also did not hit the sales target similar to the
Yeah.
Xbox in it not hitting the sales target. So I don't think there's really anything to be concerned about, right? So
I guess, yeah, everyone was saying it though. Like I
Yeah.
was convinced Xbox.
There was
was
a
gonna
lot
stop.
of
like
panic,
people
yeah.
were saying it as if it was confirmed.
I feel like this was
welcome to
really
Twitter.
just a lot of damage control, in my opinion. I feel like
True.
everybody heard all the rumors about the Xbox, and I feel like having them have a podcast come out that isn't like directly like out there saying it like the day of, I think got the rumors spinning even more.
Mhm.
That it was almost like hysteria that Xbox was dying when in reality it wasn't that serious.
Yeah,
I
because you
feel-
said it on
yeah.
the episode. You literally said it on the episode. Like, this pretty much confirms it. Like, I remember watching the episode, and you guys were saying that. Max said that. That
If
this
they
pretty much
just
confirms it.
If
Yeah.
they just came out and said, yeah, we're taking 4 Xbox exclusives and making them cross-platform, just write it there on like a tweet or something, I don't think people would be having this discussion. Maybe honestly that's what Xbox wants. They want people talking about their brand. They want people tuning into the podcast and listening what they have to say.
I mean, yeah.
Like this podcast probably has more views than any of their other Xbox podcasts, you know.
Probably. I mean, I hadn't even seen another one before, but yeah. True.
Yeah. I like that mindset, Mac. I think it's just a giant scam. They're like, you wouldn't want us to actually disappear, would you? And then you're like, oh no. And then they're like, we never were
It's
gonna.
not a bad PR stunt. Like if they cook this up in the lab, I'm kind of impressed because I haven't thought about Xbox in like a few years. But you know, when it's all of a sudden maybe gone, you know, maybe
don't kill Xbox. Bring it back.
Yeah, I know this isn't Nintendo related, but I remember something interesting that Phil Spencer said, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he was talking about how new Activision-Blizzard releases were going to come to Game Pass. And then that's when they announced that Diablo 4 is going to be on Game Pass. But just as like kind of like a from like a gaming perspective, I thought it was kind of interesting because obviously, you know, you have like the new CODs that come out every year. Like would like the new CODs just go to Game Pass and then everybody else has to like pay like the straight up price for it? I think that's like that's super interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a very, I mean, with Activision,
the deal's gonna get even better.
So many more games. Yeah. The deal gets even better. Like when they got most of the EA games on there, the deal got even better. When now they're getting all of Activision and Blizzard, like, man, like I don't know. I think as much as they like having like a Blizzard or a Bethesda that puts out like one big game and there's a ton of hype for it, like, but that then, you know, it takes them a while to make another like big game like Bethesda or even Blizzard. Like it does not move the needle nearly as much as I think people think. Like the main driver for sales is always going to be those yearly annual sports games, those yearly annual shooters. Like they're always on the top of the charts every single time. Not in like concurrent or like big spikes, but they're constantly like when there's nothing else, when there's not like a huge game launching, which there's not most weeks, a huge game launching, it's whatever the most recent like Call of Duty and whatever the most recent FIFA and Madden are, like every time. Yeah. Like throw 2K on there maybe. So I don't know. I mean, I'm personally excited because Mac, I don't know if you saw it, they did a trailer today for NCAA. Like college football.
Wait, what?
College football.
Dude.
Pull it up, PJ. Live reaction.
Wait. I haven't seen this.
Live reaction. They did a trailer, bro.
No, I think that trailer is sick. I think, like I was saying before, you know, I think if they did this with Metroid Prime 4 and just showed like what they're actually working on, like behind the scenes, and like I think that could be sick. But no, I'm very excited about college football. That'll be super fun.
I just really hope it's not. By the way, we just watched the trailer. We just cut it out, or our editor will cut it out because it turns out on the audio side, it's not too fun to watch people listen to the trailer and not say anything. True. Yeah. But if NCAA college football, so sick, as long as they don't just take Madden and then update it with like college player rosters. Like
there's no way they do that, right?
There is a way they do that actually.
It's EA.
I was about to say it's EA. Like this is like the bottom of the dumpster.
But I feel like it could be good if they just built something from scratch. Like
if they build it from scratch and make it way more arcadey.
Mac, focus on what you just said. It could.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen. I genuinely think it's gonna be Madden pretty much to a T. Maybe one or two small new mechanics.
Yeah.
And then roster change.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like it could be amazing, but I just feel like it's a classic.
You know, as long as they bring back mascot like Rumble or whatever, where you play mascots versus mascots, I'll be happy. Yeah, that's what I grew up playing, and
I
hope they do, man.
But
hopefully they do.
I don't know.
Hopefully it's not just like a bad rendition.
They got my money.
Yeah, that's EA for you. They got mine with Madden 24. It's so bad.
I've been playing Madden 16 with updated rosters for like, what is this now? Like 8 years?
God, yeah, 8 years.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Madden 16.
That's the one with Odell going like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old Maddens were pretty fun, but they kind of messed it up in my opinion. But
oh
well. But yeah, I mean, hey, that is the exact type of trailer, Mac. You were saying this before, but that is the exact type of trailer we need from Metroid Prime 4.
Tell us that it's happening. Just tell us. It's
Yeah,
happening.
just tell us it's happening and tell us when it's coming out.
Yeah.
Like, at least give us a year window.
Yep.
I don't know.
Just give us a year window, even if you don't think it's coming out that year. Just get us like excited about it. Get us talking about it.
Break our hearts again, please. No, I actually agree with that. Like, the marketing behind this game is atrocious.
Oh my god.
Atrocious. They've just left it sitting there.
There's more developer ads for Prime 4 from Retro than there's actual like trailers and news about the game. I swear. And I've well, okay, I shouldn't say I've never seen that before, but I feel like that's not as
Yeah, no, not common at all. The only game I could think of would be like GTA 6, like as of late, GTA 6 before we got that trailer.
Yeah.
But or that cinematic, I guess.
I
but
feel like that
all
was
in
different
engine.
because they were still like adding things to GTA 5 at the time,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
there
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
like
Way
an
different
official
scenario.
announcement about GTA 6. We all knew it was going to happen.
Yeah,
but, like,
that's the weirdest part. Like, they fully announced Prime 4, and then not only have we gotten like no news from them, we've gotten no news like period. Like no leaks, no like real plot like leaks, no people saying it's gonna come like show up at some time. Like
yeah.
no one has been talking about this game.
We've had two
It's
full
weird.
Metroid announcements and releases between this trailer, the 2017 trailer. Like literally, you have Dread, which was like, whoa, that's so crazy. Canceled the game is finally being made and it's on the Switch. Like, what's going on? And then also like NPR. And we just haven't heard anything since. I'm really interested
What if we title
see...
this episode "Is Metroid Prime 4 Canceled"?
Yeah, sure.
We have a short from the last episode all
We
about
do.
that.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you doing your is Metroid Prime 4 about to be canceled?
I went on a
And
bit of a
nearly
rant
spit
there.
out my
I went on
water.
a bit of a rant.
That
there.
was good.
Yeah.
I've probably thought more about Metroid within these last two podcast episodes than I have
Ever,
for the rest
yeah.
of the Switch generation, or Prime 4 specifically for the rest of the Switch generation.
Ooh,
It's
speaking
crazy.
of just like, I was just thinking about like Prime Remastered and stuff, and just like kind of the end of the Switch life cycle. Do we think that we're gonna get like a Prime trilogy redone before Prime 4? Because if they do that to
Ooh.
kind of end off the original Switch, I feel like that seemingly confirms that Prime 4 is gonna be a Switch 2 launch title. I know that's a crazy hot take, but if we like get that announcement and if we get a direct
could
in
see
the
it.
next like month or whatever, and have that come out before Switch 2, like launch games kind of are revealed.
Yeah.
Who knows?
They've been trying to like consolidate all of their games onto the Switch. It seems like with like bringing over Luigi's Mansion 2 and like I feel like they're trying to get these little like small series all on the console. Like
Which is
I don't know,
amazing, by
that's-
the way. Yeah.
I think that's really cool. I think it's possible we get trilogy on here.
Yeah.
But you know that also may be a reason for why Prime 4 hasn't been shown off, because they're gonna bring trilogy or whatever Retro's been doing for the past decade. Who knows?
Honestly, I could
couple-
see it being like an HD remaster of 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Like not like technically the last one was a remaster because it's called Metroid Prime Remastered, but I don't think they put in that much effort for both 2 and 3. Yeah, I could see them just doing like a Pikmin route of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make
Or
sense.
what they could do is, oh wait, no, I was gonna say they could put it on GameCube Online, but that would only be one of them because Metroid Prime 3
Prime
is
3.
on the Wii. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
I
don't
guess
know.
they would have to put it like in a bundle or something. You guys think they're gonna do like a Pikmin kind of thing where they did like 1 + 2, except it's gonna be like 2 + 3? Like I know that would be
Yeah,
really
honestly, I
strange,
could
but
see it.
yeah,
It would be weird, but like you buy Pikmin 1 and 2, and then you buy 3 solo, and then you buy 4 solo. Like this would be you buy Metroid Prime 1 solo, 2 and 3 together, and then 4 solo. Like it's weird, but I don't know if that stops Nintendo. They do weird things a frequent amount. It would be odd from a consumer standpoint, though.
yeah, it's so strange. Like I just kind of wish they just made the Prime trilogy before doing like Prime Remaster, because it's just kind of awkward now, because it's like it's just so strange to me, because you're gonna have like a bundle for 2 + 3, but like Prime trilogy already exists and it's on the Wii, and it's like I don't know. I just find it weird, but anyway.
It's a little odd.
Yeah.
I don't know. They could bring Prime Trilogy over regardless and just like be like, this is how you play 2 and 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just hope like my like sleeper theory, which is like very
Ooh.
this is not gonna be the case, but it gets me super stoked. what if they have like the Switch is the same, but they launch with two different Switch models, and one of them has a 4K dock, and then in all the marketing material, the like HD dock that's cheaper has like a Mario game that the console launches with, and then in all the marketing material for the 4K one, they have like Metroid, and it looks like beautiful. Like that would be so sick. That would be so sick. But
I think
there is a way with the next console that they come out with two versions out the gate.
Totally.
I think that's definitely super possible.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Nintendo, we know Nintendo doesn't do like the same things as like Microsoft and Sony do, you know, such as they have very similar kind of like console life cycles, right? Like they always kind of release the same year. They're always kind of releasing relatively the same thing. Obviously PS5 digital and then disc PS5 and then, you know, vice versa with the Series S, Series X. Yeah. But, you know, if the Switch released like two different ones off jump, that would be interesting because, I mean, we had a new Switch every other year, other, you know, past 2021, obviously, original Switch, Switch Lite and then Switch OLED. So, I mean, who knows? Who knows if they do it? That'd be super interesting, though. But yeah, definitely, like, if we had like a 4K dock or something, that'd be kind of crazy for Prime 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if Nintendo has ever done that. The only thing I could think of is they had like a white and a black Wii U at launch, and the black one had more storage.
Yeah. It was like
and
the
maybe
deluxe or something.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah.
But it doesn't really like handheld wise. They've never done that. Like even the 3DS got like the 3DS XL after like the DS, and then like the DS Lite a year after. Yeah. So I would love for them to do that. My theory is it's like the Switches will be the exact same, like exact same size and everything. One will just have more storage and a 4K dock, and they can charge like $50 or $100 more. Like that, if they're gonna do it, I feel like that's the way. I don't know.
Is the graphics through the dock, or I would assume
no,
it would be
not
on
with
console.
not with the Switch. But like that's what I think. That's why I think it's gonna be like a big deal. I think they're gonna have like the Switch 2 like will be built in a way to where like when it connects to the dock, like they talk to each other. It's not just pure output.
So, in this hypothetical, would you be able to use the HD Switch and put it in a 4K dock and have that?
Yeah. The Switches wouldn't be different at all. Like they could sell.
So
they could sell the
dock.
4K.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I like that's. I don't know if that's even technically possible, but like. When I think about how they improved the Switch, like technologically, obviously make it more powerful, but like the dock is so useless right now. It's just an output. Like if they could have those be like two different pieces of technology that like can kind of speak to each other, and like the dock doesn't have to have like a user interface or anything, but like just having it be able to be 4K and like talk to the Switch and be like, okay, I'm giving you extra processing power, render this in 4K, like output this in 4K.
Do you think? Here's my question: do you think it would be controversial to have, like one singular Switch release, but have like the, you know, HD dock that you're calling it included with it, but then make the 4K dock you'll have to buy separately? Do you think that would be definitely controversial?
I could see them doing that. It might be controversial. I don't know, but I don't think that's a terrible like. I guess they are just kind of like gating 4K behind just like paying extra, but that's kind of how it's always been. Like you got to pay extra for a 4K TV. You could like. I don't know, like Xbox Series X is in 4K and the S isn't, or something like that. So I don't know, but I think it's a decent idea. Like having a 4K Switch at launch, like having two versions of it, I think is just a lot better, because then most Nintendo people do not care about 4K. Like most people who will buy this thing will not even like know if they have a 4K TV. So why raise the price for a feature that most people won't use and like eliminate a bunch of customers who won't pay more for it? So that's why I like the idea of it being optional through the dock rather than being like it's one system and it has it, or they do like one HD.
Because then you can upgrade at any point. You could have you could buy the original one, and then if you're like okay, I'm going to spend a little extra money, you can buy the dock whenever you want. That's actually not a bad idea.
Nice. Yeah, and maybe it's like it's cheaper if you buy the original one. Like the dock is, the dock is like more expensive than like the increase in price, but it like it's you can still buy it if you need to, because that's what Sony does with the PS5. They have like a PS5, like the PS5 digital version. You can buy a disc drive for it.
Oh really?
To like retroactively make it. Yeah.
I didn't even know.
I'm pretty sure I saw that. And yeah, I don't know I feel like that's a smart way to do it. Like, make your console like backwards compatible even within the generation. It's kind of interesting concept we've never really had before. But yeah, no, I hope
neat.
Nintendo does that.
Yeah.
I think it's a cool idea. I'm trying to think, like, I'm really convinced it's getting announced in March. Do you guys think it's more likely we get a Switch 2? Say there's nothing in February. No Direct in February. Is it more likely we get a Switch 2 trailer in March or a Nintendo Direct in March? Like,
Switch
I'm
2
up in the air
trailer.
on that.
Switch 2
I
trailer
think I'm
easily,
leaning that way too, yeah.
just because of what is kind of on like Nintendo's like release schedule right now. Like we went through it, right? Side Order, and then we have Princess Peach Showtime, and then we have unnamed Pokemon game that will be announced on Pokemon Day. Luigi's Mansion 2, like 1000 Year Door HD, or whatever they're calling it. No really major releases, just kind of like these port games, just kind of throw at the end of the life cycle to leave people happy, kind of thing. So, yeah, I'm going Switch 2 trailer is more likely for sure.
Yeah, I actually, you make a good point. Like, I was kind of 50-50 on it, but I think Switch 2 is more likely to happen in March than a Direct.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think.
Mac, are you on the Direct copium? Be honest. It's okay.
I'm not
we're
on
here for
anything. I think it's a possibility we don't get anything until like June. I think that is a very like high.
Like no Direct,
no Direct, no Switch reveal. Like I think it's possible Nintendo just like sits on their hands and is like, I'm rich. I don't need to do anything. You know, like
if they do that, they've learned no lesson from the last 40 years of being a video game company.
Yeah, sure.
Like, but I could see it. I hate that idea. I hate that idea so much.
Yeah.
That would be awful.
Well, what did Phil Spencer say today? Because
he said something about the Switch.
Well, no. He said something about new or maybe it was one of the other people he was with.
Oh yeah,
anyway, they were talking about like a hardware, some sort of like hardware future announced in June.
They said they're gonna talk about more game stuff in June, and then they had a hardware something, and they said like stay tuned for winter. I think.
Yeah, right.
So
okay.
Kinect 2, right?
No. So it's probably
Maybe.
like it's probably gonna be what like the Xbox One X was to like the Xbox One, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my
Or
assumption.
a handheld. I think there was a handheld that got leaked from them
Yeah, right. Yeah, because
a while ago.
Sony's doing that, so that means they're probably doing that too. So
Yeah.
it's kind of how it is between the two. But anyway, yeah.
They all want the Switch Pi, but they're doing it in
Did they not
cloud
learn
streaming
anything
ways.
from the Kinect and the PlayStation Move or whatever? And did they not learn anything that like copying doesn't do anything?
Yeah, I don't know why they do that. Well, Kinect probably made Xbox a decent chunk of change.
Yeah.
If I had to guess.
But it was terrible, so.
No one liked it. It tarnished the brand reputation.
It
So
did.
probably not.
It
worth.
honestly, I think, killed the momentum of like Xbox's brand in general. Like the
Because
360
they took it a
was killing it, and
total
then,
different direction. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they also like lumped it in with the Xbox One at the beginning too, and it was like
the Kinect being successful might have actually killed Microsoft or like killed Xbox.
Yeah.
If you think about it, not Microsoft obviously, but if you think about it, like they were super hardcore gamers. Like that was their demographic.
Yeah.
Xbox Live was the first one to have Xbox Live was first like online voice chat. Xbox 360 first console to have like parties and introduce that, and then they have Kinect. It's super successful because people are just trying to get what like the Wii experience, but then it's not successful like after launch. But they've already started making their entire next console revolve around Kinect. With the Xbox One, you had to buy Kinect and it had to be always on. That was the worst decision ever. So they went in one foul swoop. They were like the gamers, choice, like the hardcore gamers, like Mountain Dew people's choice, to like connect like family console that like plays movies and like is Just Dance. Like that's what Kinect was.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think about.
Kind of funny, like
honestly,
the
that's
Kinect
a whole,
avatars
like,
or whatever.
Video essay right there. How
Kinect
killed the Xbox brand.
Sure.
If this was Xbox Stop,
I was about to say when we like release Xbox Stop sometime down the future. I mean, it's probably one of the first videos. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly have like thought about doing an Xbox stuff and a PlayStation stuff. I'm not even gonna front. I've never brought this up to you guys. I was debating it. I was like a while ago. I was like, oh, what if I just hired a bunch of people to do it, and then like they made videos, and it was like the same style.
When I looked at like the models or whatever for like Kinect Sports, it really reminds me of the Sportsmates from.
Yeah, that was the first thing I said once I saw the Sportsmates.
Yeah.
I was like, these look like the Kinect characters. Yeah. No personality at all.
Yeah, just like.
I think that was actually in a script. Zach, our shorts editor, sent me today. Like he literally said it's about the Miis and how they're dead, and he said like they're in Switch Sports, but you have to go past like Kinect avatars to play them.
Yeah.
So everyone agrees. Everyone's in agreement.
Yeah.
So it came full circle, really. Xbox stole Miis and motion controls and all that, and then Nintendo stole the Kinect avatar, and both companies are suffering because of it. Like, it just goes to show, don't steal, man.
Yeah. You guys think the Switch 2 will be the end of Miis, or do you think it's just gonna be kind of a Nintendo staple?
Actually, that's a great point. That's a great point. I think it is. So. I totally think
on the Switch 2, there's not going to be
no
a
Miis.
Mii set.
No Miis. Okay, wait, hold on.
They're already hiding it. There's no Mii Maker on Switch. It's.
Okay, before we say that, how would it work for things like Mario Kart and Smash? Wait, no, Smash you can't make your
backwards
own Mii.
compatibility. But what about like backwards compatible?
Yeah, that's true.
Because if you can still play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on Switch, you need to be able to make Miis, or else you can't play as the Mii character.
Yeah, here's another question. Would there be a Switch menu just like there was a Wii menu on the Wii U, though?
Yeah, it's going to be hidden. They're not going to put them in any new games.
Yeah.
And, like, we are way past the beginning of the end. Like, we're towards the end of the end for Miis, I think.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm honestly with you. I know it kind of sounds crazy to say, but, like, yeah, I'm kind of with you. And I also think Amiibos are done as well. I think this last Sora Amiibo for Smash is, like, the end. Because it's, like, it's just a waste. Because, dude, people aren't using them for games. But they're not using them for games. They're using them for collection purposes. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
They don't care where
they just couldn't figure out a way how to make it like anything other than just plastic DLC. They couldn't figure it out.
I just don't understand. Yeah. They should just keep, like, if they cancel Amiibos, that's like really dumb because they cannot take
Does
a
it
ton
really
of effort
make that much
all.
Though? True.
Oh, it has to. It has to.
You think? Yeah.
I feel like
for like $14 or something, and they gotta be like
they're probably
to make.
like less than $1 entirely to like. No, probably more than $1, or maybe not because they make them at such scale. I don't have any experience with like making stuff at the scale that Nintendo would make Amiibos at, but like it's gotta be super cheap to make, paint, everything, and then just like packaging and logistics. Like the return must be insane.
Yeah,
so
would you think the Smash Bros. Line is the most profitable though?
By far.
Oh yeah. It's also the way biggest. It would be them, then Mario, then probably like Zelda. But yeah, Smash Bros. I feel like everyone has them.
Yeah, I was just kind of I wasn't really thinking of it from like a sales perspective. I was only thinking of it as like a practicality.
Do you guys like my Yoshi amiibo?
I'm zooming in on you, dude. How?
Listeners?
Oh, is that what your dog did?
Yeah.
Yoshi has been murdered, audio listeners.
Oh my god.
There's no way for me to describe this to you in a way that wouldn't make us have to mark this episode as explicit. Yoshi, we might have to censor this. Yoshi has been absolutely brutalized by some force we don't know. I don't know what happened to Yoshi, but...
Mac, do you want to know what that looks like without the head bitten off?
What?
Oh.
Like that.
Damn.
Not even though. Max was mangled.
Last time.
If your dog did that,
here's
how did
the
your
comparison.
dog not choke?
What was that?
How did your dog not choke on the head? That's like
he
a
probably
perfect
ate
dog
it. No,
choking.
he's eating like razor blades and stuff. He's
Oh,
not.
What?
Dude.
Yeah. Like, this is by far probably one of the best things he's like swallowed. I don't know.
He's swallowing Yoshi, bro. That's not good. Maybe he'll turn into Yoshi. Maybe it's like Spider-Man for dogs.
Maybe like an egg's gonna come out, and then he's gonna be able to.
Yoshi. That's the noise he makes.
Yeah. What's the weirdest thing your dog has ever eaten, Mac?
Razor blades has got to be like most dangerous.
Razor blades.
I feel like that kills you.
One of my Pro controllers.
Oh my god.
See the knob right there?
Oh, the
my-
stick.
The stick.
Wait, can you still play with that or no? Not
Yeah,
at all, right?
it still works. It hurts.
Oh.
It hurts to play with, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
when you need a controller,
you can try
need a
buying one of
controller.
those like controller caps or extenders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And linking it, like
Or
hot
get some
gluing
silly
it on
putty
or
or
something.
something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Control freaks or whatever. No free promo.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. I can't believe you're done. That's such like a what breed of dog do you have?
Oh, he's a lab, the most normal dog you could possibly
Oh
have.
my god.
This was when he
That's
was a
funny.
puppy. He used to be a lot more like
Rambunctious.
of a menace, but he's a
Yeah.
lot better now. But
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh man. My actually never mind. I'm not gonna just start telling random pet stories about my friends.
No, you should. You should. You should.
My friend Benji, who's actually I can make this Switch stuff related because Benji does a lot of the 3D animations, including a
Like
super
what we're
secret.
watching on the screen, I think. A
Oh,
little
yeah,
bit
yeah,
of-
the Switch Pro animation,
Concept,
anything
yeah.
concept trailer like Nintendo Direct, and a super secret upcoming Nintendo Tonight intro that will be cool to see.
Ew.
But yeah, a little teaser for you there. But his dog has the funniest she has a superpower, and it's to do whatever is the funniest possible thing at the funniest possible moment every time, once per night. And like she'll just start like going out. Like, we'll just be standing, and she'll come sprinting from the attic all the way down the stairs and like try and take out one of our friends. It's the most like goofy dog ever. I mean, she doesn't like eat crazy stuff. I've never seen like a full Yoshi head missing at my friend's
No.
house, but
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was a
That's
kid,
so
I had
funny.
a dog that like ate a copy. I forget if it was like a Pokemon Pearl or if it was like a new Super Mario Bros. DS. I forget. It was one of the two.
oh yeah.
But anyway, yeah. And then it was like completely torn and it was done. Unplayable. So, yeah, unlucky. Not as weird as Razor Blades or
Brutal.
Yoshi heads, but yeah.
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 That's unfortunate. I've never had any crazy pet stories destroying my stuff.
Yeah.
Fish are hard to do that. No, they can't really do that too much.
I had
so.
a pet fish that I got from a fair, and his name was Jeff, and he lived for one day
Rub?
because I put him in a big like bowl, like a cooking bowl.
Oh my god.
I didn't know how to take care of a fish. I
With
just thought they
tap water,
needed
bro.
one.
That's gotta be filtered, my dog. At least put it through the Brita. God damn.
Yeah. It's got to be such a terrible way to go.
Well, I can't say his life was probably too good. This goldfish just chilling at a fair in like
yeah,
probably
he was
a
actually
bag.
a beta fish. It was a beta fish.
Oh, beta fish. Damn.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
are cool.
He
Yeah, I
wasn't
can't.
ready for this alpha.
So bad. So bad. So bad. Oh my god.
Diabolical. After murdering this poor fish, start talking about I'm the alpha male.
He just wasn't ready.
You're the top G, I guess. That's crazy.
Oh god.
That's too goofy.
Yeah.
What a legendary episode this has been, by the
I
way.
love how we're just
On
talking about
Nintendo
dead
Tonight.
fish and we're seeing Joy-Cons
And
just
decapitated
spin.
Yoshis. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're wondering why we're talking about nothing, it's because nothing happened. We waited all week to record this a day before it normally comes out because there was an Xbox presentation announced where everything was supposed to like change gaming forever, and then Nintendo had the most like rumored direct. We were like, oh, we'll just wait until Thursday night.
Yeah.
And then the Xbox thing does nothing, and Nintendo doesn't show anything off. So it's like,
Yeah,
wow, shit.
so they
We'll
just
talk about
like
Yoshi.
did nothing, and it was kind of funny. We didn't really go into depth into it at all because there's nothing
yeah.
to go into depth about. Because he just said, "Oh, we have 4 games coming, that like Switch and PlayStation, but we're not
Yeah,
going to tell
I'm
you
con-
what it is, and then we
I'm
have
convinced
hardware
this is a
coming."
PR stunt. There's no reason for you to have this isn't even an announcement. There's no update here. We have 4 games coming by. There's nothing here. There's nothing here.
We're literally just watching a lot of people who work in corporate just like
yeah.
talk on a
Yeah.
podcast.
It's
Just
weird.
very strange. Yeah.
The weirdest part about it to me is like if you're Microsoft and you're like, okay, we have to make this presentation, people are going crazy. What's the like big thing they're talking about in the presentation? 4 new games are coming to the other consoles. Like,
What are they? Who knows? Let's have the Twitter account.
we've already had Minecraft, both Ori's, Like there's probably a Cuphead. There's more that I'm like forgetting, but we've already had big games that they own being put on other platforms, like other consoles specifically. And every game they put out is on PC. So this is not like Microsoft being like, we have upcoming games that we're gonna do launch on like not just Xbox is not a surprising thing. In fact, like people normally get mad at them for like Xbox fans get mad at them for launching their stuff on other consoles. Yeah. So it's
console
very
wars
odd.
And, like,
I think the most interesting thing about this whole ordeal was everybody getting like mad that they were going cross-platform with like a lot of their games because it's like bad for their business. But since when does anybody care about like how the business does? Like, why do people care so much about whether?
Because it's like they just want to see their team be successful and win.
Yeah,
that's kind of how it is. Like, I can understand it.
It's like a sports team, but it's like very silly, you know? Like it.
Yeah, like if you view it as a sports team, then it's like, okay, sure. But it's just weird that you get that attached to like a company. Yeah. Like, you could say sports teams are companies too, but like,
okay, they're. My camera is completely like out of focus, but it doesn't matter. What if Nintendo's like, we're gonna move all future 3D and 2D Mario games cross-platform? How would we feel about that?
Horrible.
Yeah, no, not good.
Okay.
Not
so
good.
that's kind of how it feels.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess that makes sense.
Whoa, like, wait, hold on. I don't even care. Why did I say that? It's actually so real.
I would care. I feel like it would be weird.
Well, it would be weird. Okay, it would be weird, but what would be the downside?
Oh, there wouldn't. The only one you could argue is that they would have to standardize. No, they'd have to standardize like the games a lot more, because like if every 2D and 3D I feel like a lot of those games are very tethered to the consoles they're on. Like Sunshine uses the analog trigger, they wouldn't have been able to do that. So Galaxy uses motion controls, they wouldn't be able to do that. Like Odyssey even uses motion controls with the Joy-Con. Like you couldn't do that.
I mean, yeah,
Xbox.
It does, but at the same time, it plays the exact same using a Pro controller, so that could also be like that on.
Yeah, but like even like gyro aiming for Splatoon.
Okay.
Xbox controllers don't have gyro aiming. If they make everything like cross-platform and cross-play, like do they just not include gyro aiming? Like I don't know. I think it would lead to some weird inconsistencies, but it's also just weird because Nintendo's never done that. Like Xbox has done it before, so I can understand why their fans are like a little upset, I guess. But like this isn't surprising news that they're doing it again. They've done it before. Nintendo's never done anything close to that since like the SNES, like since like Philips CDI and like Mario teaches typing and stuff like that. Like weird.
Yeah, I mean, if there was one company I wanted to hear this presentation from, it would have been like Sony PlayStation, because I remember we've talked about this like just in call before, Thomas, but it's like, man, I really wish Sony would speed up some of their like single player game releases coming to PC, because my God, I don't want to be dumb and buy a PS5 for 2 games, but I want to be dumb and buy a PS5 for 2 games, like being Spider-Man 2 and God of War Ragnarok, because we both like the first games of that. So, yeah. But yeah, hearing it from Microsoft is just like kind of odd, and I don't really think with what they've kind of given us here, it doesn't really shake up the industry like we were really expecting. It's like, that's kind of cool, but this was just not what we were hearing or expecting. So.
Yeah, it's just weird. Like, I just wonder if they're gonna like. There are games that they put out that are like cross-platform and like no one bats an eye, and then there's like this, like what's happening right now, where they're announcing ones. Like, do you think they're gonna make a big deal about like putting Call of Duty and like Blizzard games too and Activision games on other consoles, or no? Like,
I thought I heard something in that European lawsuit though, making sure like Sony making sure that they weren't
5 years, but
that.
they can just change their mind. Like that wasn't legally binding, I don't think.
But I feel like the caveat for that, I think, is the COD games coming to Game Pass, and then because like that's such a crazy deal, having like these games that are releasing yearly come to Game Pass, and you're not having to like pay for them at all, except like on PlayStation and PC. Like that's kind of crazy
idea. That's crazy to think about. Like,
I thought that's what he
if you-
alluded to, because like when I heard that, I was like,
I think
oh
it
my
is.
god, because like
It is.
of the announcement of Diablo 4. Yeah.
I think Game Pass, like, you know how every console has exclusives, and that's how you bring people in?
Yeah.
I think this is Xbox starting to say, we're not doing exclusive games, but Game Pass is our exclusive. We're just going to make Game Pass such a good deal you can't refuse, so that is, like, the exclusive draw.
Yeah.
Like, it
That
beats
makes
out
sense.
not having actual exclusives, because you just get every game for 30, $60 a month.
Yeah.
And that's better for the consumer. That it
Totally.
is like
Yeah, totally. Because,
that-
dude, the issue with COD right now is that, oh my god, it's releasing yearly, and the games are, like, not high quality and stuff. But if you're paying for Game Pass, and you're not buying it for COD, it's like, this is an amazing deal. Like, I would get this anyway. There's no price increase. Like, who cares? And it would be really, like, seamless transition, too, because all of the COD games, like, on PC, whether it's, you buy it on Steam or Battle.net, it's, like, connected, like, via the Activision account. So you just sign in with your, like, Activision account, and then you're good. So in terms of, like, future for COD, I like, that's what stuck out to me the most. It was like, whoa, like, is this actually going to be a thing? So, yeah.
That makes complete sense. Like, I honestly think that's smart then if Microsoft does that. They make, like, Game
Totally.
Pass, like, all the small games, they make multiplat, and then, or, like, not small, but, like, not the, like, 10-pole games.
Yep.
They make those multiplat, and then Game Pass is their exclusive, and they also have, like, the big games, like, the, generation, quote-unquote, defining games, like the new Halo or, like, new Elder Scrolls, they keep on Xbox and PC. And so, like, you're, like, it's on Game Pass, but Game Pass isn't anywhere else. And so, like, not only is it, like, you have every game, but there are also some exclusives. Like, that's, I think, their best path forward, but
yeah.
I don't know if they're going to do it.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. I feel like they're the ones changing the space the most right now.
I agree.
Microsoft.
I agree. I think
like
what
with
PlayStation's
cloud and-
done well for the past 2 decades is that they've just been the most normal company. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
They haven't done anything like super drastic, and I think that's like the consistency has like brought a lot of people in there. But I think I think Xbox and Game Pass is doing a lot. They're almost taking a Nintendo route and being like innovative. It feels like they're just doing something
this is
very
completely
different from. They're trying to become like almost the Netflix of games. It almost feels like with Game Pass.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's been said, like, it is the Netflix of games. That's the crazy thing. Like, and it is innovative, like, from that standpoint. Like, no other company is doing it this heavily, not even close.
Yeah.
Like, if Nintendo is, or if Xbox is doing it like 100%, they're going the Game Pass route. Like, Nintendo with Nintendo Switch Online, like, those games is like 0.1%. Like, no, Nintendo's not even close to this idea. And Sony really isn't either. 2 free games a month on, like, PS Plus, but Game Pass is so big. Like, I didn't realize that it was that big, that much of a, like, big thing. But, like, even my friends know about it who I didn't expect to. Like, it's just really big. So I think it's gonna be, like, they're the company I'm definitely most stoked to watch going forward, like, the next couple of years. Like, Nintendo, obviously, because, like, I'm a fan and we cover it. But, like, most, like, potential to do something, like, really interesting and, like, shake up the space, like, in a big way, I think, is Microsoft. Because PlayStation's just going to keep doing what they're doing and be successful at it.
Yep.
Nintendo's going to keep doing what they're doing, but they've always been doing weird stuff, so it's they're kind of off in their own pocket. And then, like, Microsoft could join Nintendo in, like, the disruptor sphere, where they're, like, constantly trying to shake things up. Which, I don't know, could be interesting.
Because historically, Nintendo has had, like, generations where they're just, like, totally shaky, or you can just consider it, like, a complete flop, right? Like, it's kind of like, with them, obviously we all know this because we've said this a bunch of times on the podcast, but it's kind of like innovate or die with Nintendo every single time. That's what it seems like. So, yeah. Also, just in terms of a Game Pass point, something else I was thinking about, just because Bethesda showed up on the screen, Thomas, with like my point about COD, what if, like, Elder Scrolls 6 was like a Game Pass one too, and then again it's gonna be like full price on PlayStation, but like you could play Elder Scrolls 6 whenever that comes out on Game Pass, just like with that subscription, because like Skyrim was huge, and that released like however many years ago, like literally I think 2 or 3 console generations ago. So
Yeah, I honestly think like I could see them going like multi-plat with it, but if they like at least timed exclusive, like you can play it first on Xbox for like a year, that would be huge. Like imagine because they're not close to done with that game at all. In fact, they're probably barely started. Like they just released Starfield. It's probably going to be another 4 or 5 years until that game releases. Like, what if that's their big exclusive launch title for the next Xbox generation? And by that point, they've already made enough games, enough Call of Duties, enough like everything else. That Game Pass is a good deal, and people like know it, like know of it as the Netflix of games. Like that's what people think of. And then they launch their next console with Elder Scrolls as an exclusive to Xbox.
That would be really crazy.
That could be one of the biggest like power moves we've seen in like a console launch and like game pair up like that.
I just think about Skyrim because I know it's been released on like 1,000 different like platforms and consoles over the years. Like even it was released on the Switch for God's sake, and like that is just such a late release from when that game came out. But yeah, crazy. Yeah, crazy. What if?
Weird stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, though, I guess we just gotta wait and see. I think it's kind of a sit there, wait there, just watch Xbox do their thing situation. But interesting day regardless in terms of Xbox news, like this entire past week has been, and I can't wait to see hopefully Sea of Thieves and Hi-Fi Rush get announced as Nintendo Switch titles soon. I think those are two very likely ones. So yeah, cool stuff. Sea of Thieves is really fun. I just haven't played too much of it, but it's a fun game. Yeah, with that out of the way, I've said everything I want to say. I've yapped for long enough this episode.
I'm surprised we got an hour out of that.
I was just about to say because
we were scraping for a bit there.
Yeah, I mean because I said in the group chat it was yap. Max said it was nothing burger. Thomas said they basically said nothing. So yeah.
But I hope everybody got at least some enjoyment out of our yapping here today.
One of our best performances of yap, truly.
Yeah. Good yap sesh.
Mm.
Yeah, dope. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tweeting at us at Nintendo Tonight, liking, commenting, all that. And we'll see you on episode 59 where there will be more news. Trust us. Hopefully. We know everything.
Or we'll just do another trivia. Who knows?
Wait. Next episode might be the episode after they do Pokemon stuff. Hold on. When is Pokemon Day? Hold on. I'm pausing 27th? The end of the thing. Yeah, hold on.
Bum.
Oh.
Yep, 27th. Oh, is it 2 days? No, is it 2 weeks away? Damn.
That's okay. We'll have an episode where we can talk about Pokemon.
Episode soon, folks. Soon.
Yeah.
Very soon.
Soon. Chat GPJ is stoked about the new Pokemon.
I am.
So we'll make sure to have just an absolute banger, just like this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, for everything, and we'll see you in episode 59 and then 60 for the Pokemon episode.
Sure. All right. Perfect. Adios.
Later.
Bye.